Good afternoon, Megan. It's May 8th, and I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks. Well, that's a lie. I kind of saw you earlier today, but I haven't vlogged in like 2 weeks, which is kind of sad. I'm really glad we're not doing the challenge thing, where if we don't vlog every day, the other person gets to pick a punishment, because I probably have about 20 of them by now. Firstly, oh my gosh, I can't believe you got to see Lindsay Sterling. I am so jealous right now. I love her stuff. I am a huge fan of her. I can't believe it. In other news, your graffiti is pretty dang awesome. I really want to see it in person, like without any crappy webcam resolution. Maybe you took a picture of it with your really awesome camera, or I'll just have to visit your apartment sometime to see it. But seriously, it's pretty dang good. That's really exciting. I'm not a complete loser. Like, I didn't just stop vlogging for no complete reason. I was kind of gone for about a week. I just got back from a girls' camp, which I left for like last week. Packing was an adventure. Bleh. Anyway, it was alright, you know. No one got food poisoning, no one died, which tends to happen at these things. Well, not the dying part, but food poisoning happens all the dang time. So that didn't happen, so at least that's good. So, how's NaNoWriMo going? Madness, eh? You should tell me about your plot, because last time I talked to you, you're having a little bit of a hard time figuring out your plotting style exactly. And it should be interesting to talk about, because I'm definitely a pantser. That's the way I do things. Like, I kind of know my characters a little bit, but then I just start writing and see where it takes me. That's how I do things. But you're more of a plotter, I think. So it'd be very interesting to see things from a different perspective. Plus, I'm really curious to see how you're handling the whole 1,667 words a day, because it doesn't necessarily sound like that much, but it totally is, especially by the second week. The second week, you're just like, okay, that's kind of a pain. Speaking of NaNoWriMo, I kind of said I was going to do it in June. Yeah, no, I'm not. There are a few reasons for this. I mean, I feel kind of bad about not doing it when I said I was going to do it, but I'm still going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it in July instead. So, the reasons why I didn't do it in June are, number one, I was at girls' camp for like the first week. And making up an entire week of writing is really hard. I had no access to internet or computers or really electricity. Another reason I decided not to do it is because I'm going to be starting my job next week, a new one. So I didn't really want to deal with NaNoWriMo while I was, you know, going through training and figuring out hours and stuff like that and learning how to balance it in my life. So that just didn't really strike me as a great idea. Another reason is that I'm also going to be starting a French class, actually, from your college. Yay for ed education! But yeah, it's 2 hours every day, 5 days a week. That's a lot. I'm pretty excited though, because I get to learn French, and it should be pretty useful because I want to go to Europe and live there for a while and stuff, and France is one of the main countries that I want to visit there. But it's still a lot of work, and I'm going to be doing that during July too. But the beginning is always kind of harder, I think, because things are confusing. You have to figure out like how the class works, yada yada. It's just always really confusing. So all of those things put together, I just decided it wasn't a good idea to do it. Congratulations on completing the mustache challenge. Excellent work. As far as your challenge goes, I must say one thing. You're a dork. Because I love how, you know, how in my first vlog I said, I can't pick a favorite book. And then in your challenge, in the very next vlog, you're like, hey Beth, pick your favorite book. And then act a scene out of it. Really? Anyway, so I was thinking that if I did do that challenge, then I'd probably just have to pick one of my favorite books, which would be a pain to pick which one, but whatever. The problem with the other challenge that you gave me is the fact that I cannot actually play the guitar. I mean, I own a guitar, actually. It's upstairs. Don't really want to go get it to show you. But I can't play it very well. I can play a few chords, but that's about it. And so that's kind of a big problem. The other problem, like, I would play it with just the piano and sing, but I can't play an instrument and sing at the same time. I just can't do it. I cannot handle the multitasking in that. So I decided that I'm going to get a karaoke version off of YouTube and just sing to that. So, without further ado, Rumor Has It by Adele. She ain't real. She ain't gonna be able to love you like I will. She is a stranger. You and I have history, oh don't you remember? Sure, she's got it all. But baby, is that really what you want? Alright, that's all you get. I'm not singing all the verses, mostly because the karaoke thing that I just found was kind of weird and confusing. The words just didn't quite match up. So, hopefully that didn't sound like utter and total crap. Well, now that I've completed one, I get to give you a new challenge. Dun dun dun. I had to think of one. That's fun. You can play guitar better than I can. So, my challenge for you is to find a song on the guitar, perform it on the vlog. Bonus points if you sing with it, but I understand if you really can't do that. Maybe, like, record you singing and record you playing the guitar. We'll see. So, I'm too lazy to come up with a second challenge, so you have no choice in the matter. So I mentioned in my first video that we should do a book club thing, like where I read a book and I review it, then I pick one for you to read and you review it, and we just go back and forth. Well, I haven't finished Mistborn yet, which was kind of the first one, but I think that you should pick a book to start reading so you can review it. And since I kind of got to pick my first one, I think that you should pick your first one, and then after that we can kind of recommend books to each other. And yeah, should be good. So I've kind of had a case of the blahs lately. I just kind of want to sit around and do nothing. Like, I don't even want to clean anything, which is weird because I'm kind of OCD and I like my room being nice and clean, but looks like a bomb went off of it and I don't even care. That's how bad the vlogs have been for me lately. So I think I should like tell you a project that I'm going to be doing, and if I haven't finished it by the next video, then you get to come up with a punishment for me. And you can choose to do this whether you want to or not. I mean, up to you, but I'm gonna do it because I am definitely tired of this sitting around on Tumblr all day. And I mean, I love Tumblr, but not all day. Come on, get it together, Beth. So, by the next time I make a video, I will have had to complete at least 12 by 13 poster to put on my wall. And I'm going to use paint. I might splatter paint, I might do something else, but I have to paint something, and it's got to go on my wall with my other posters, and it's got to be awesome. So that's my project. Not the coolest thing in the world, I guess, but it's got to get me started for the summer at least. Well, I think that's it, so I'm going to sign off and go edit this video, and hopefully actually get it up, because it's been way too long since I posted one. Hasta la vista!